let's talk about Git. This section we discuss Git and excuse me, and using the terminal and the command line to because here's the thing. You've got to be able to use source control and you got to use your terminal. There's no way around it. In the real professional world of iOS mobile development. So when people say all you have to do to be a mobile developer is just learn Swift and Xcode and that's it, they are so wrong. And it's so unfair. They're probably trying to sell you something, trying to sell you their coding course. Because that's not how the real world works. But let's get down to it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna go terminal. This is my terminal, and let's do this. Clear. Look, come on. Again, terminal. And I want you to do this. Check this out. Preferences, you can change your look because I have that says default, close, this terminal. See how I have that changed? So, but I like my original look. Preferences right here. Oh, actually, sorry. Preferences here, default, close this out, close that out, open, terminal. All right, now if I want to get to a directory, I say CD, shortcut, and I want to find my directory that I want to work. We're going to find, I want you to create a working directory on your machine. This is my directory. So I'm going to take this, I said CD, and then I drop this directory into my terminal on the line. Click print working directory, and I am here. Beginner DR, beginner directory right here. If you want to see where your directory, where your working directory is, PWD. Okay, CD goes to it, right? And if I say CD dash dash, it takes me up on the right off me. PWD. So this is where I'm at. See, I'll go up one more directory. PWD. Beginner courses, and I can list them. These are all the courses, just like right here. And so now what I need to do is CD, BEG. I don't have to rewrite everything. Print working directory, and that's where I am. And so now that I'm in here, I can say I want to create a file. I want to create another directory called test, right? Test dir. So I'll say mk dir test dir, and see that inside of there, test dir. Now I say cd test dir. Guess what? I go inside. That's what that does, right? Now, if I want to create a file, I'll say touch, okay, index 1.html. Right? HTML, not GTML, HTML. And there it is right there. Touch, index 2, dot html, right? Mm. And then I can say, so those are two things, right? I can say, let's see what else. I say touch index 3 dot html. So now I have three files, right? Again, if I want to get a list of the contents, I say list index 1 h2. Okay, ls is list. Okay, so now if let me go up one directory, cd, right? So you go up and then say ls test dir. Now, if I let me get um the file size of the folder. So ls dash s dir. If I go inside cd test dir ls dash s. And of course, none of all those are zero because there's nothing in those files. And it's not AS, it's LS dash S. Sorry. Again, all yeah, it's zero because nothing is in those files. All right. And then I want to remove one of these. RM index 3 indx3 dot html and RM, not REM, RM index 3. Jesus Christ. Dot HTML. Stop. And that removes that. LS. CD up one. And if I remove the entire directory, okay, RMDIR test dir directory is not empty, so I have to basically remove everything inside the directory to remove the directory. I cannot remember the to recursively. Let me see. M dot dash R. Oh, RM dash R test dir. And that's how you do that. You remove it recursively. RM-R test dir. So that's how you remove it when there is contents within it. When there isn't, you just say RM test dir. So and then so I just guessed right there. Another thing you want to do is if you have any questions or you're confused about a command, maybe you forget what it is, or some specifics about it. For example, remove, you can say man RM. That means that stands for manual, right? And there you go. So scroll up and down, dash R. Go ahead. All right. So it gives you small details. Attempts to remove directories as well as other types of files. Attempts to remove files without prompting for confirmation. Yeah. And then if you want to exit, just Q. Now you're back to your regular prompt. Um, let's see. Let's go ahead and create. So touch imp make dir make directory test dir not dit, right? Cd test dir ir. Jesus Christ. Okay, pwd. I'm in test dir. Touch index one.html, and I can find this out by going here. So now I'm inside here. I need to copy this. So I'm going to take index.html. I am here. Let's do this. CP index one.html. I'll say CP and let's say dash dash. That moves it up one directory. So I copied it, right? I copied it from here to here, one directory up. Okay. Now, of course, I can let me go up here, CD, and then I'm gonna say rm index one.html. Okay, cd test dir. Stop. Print working the right. Now, and of course, you can move it, right? I'm in test dir mv index one.html, and I'm moving it up one. And yeah, so I removed it from here and moved it up here instead of making a copy. Yeah. And so that's all there is to that. Okay, so we have some basics of moving up and down directory, getting where you have to go, deleting and removing files, copies, cutting. Those are the basics. So now let's start talking about Git. On to the next.